that sounds a lot more appealing than Steem Monsters, because when I stream, they are monsters on a Steam? I don't know. So Battling is out in Steem Monsters now, which is the blockchain crypto collectible game, and you can fight. So you can buy booster packs, you can open booster packs. I don't have any booster packs, so I can't demonstrate. You can buy cards from the market using Steem or SBD, which are two currencies of the Steem blockchain. And you can have a look at your collection of cards, and most importantly, you can battle. And battling is what Steem Monsters is all about. So I've been playing with some of my low-level gold foil cards just to experiment, just to see what happens, and to see the joys of low-level card combat, because it is completely different to the high-level combat that I was streaming previously, where you had a set of maxed cards already at your disposal. So this is what I'd feared would be the first team that I'd run into. My team is built around my Elemental Phoenix, who does magical attacks. The enemy is using a Haunted Spirit, which has Magic Reflect. So this is not likely to end well for me in this circumstance. So we'll hit that old rumble button and we will see what happens. Hey Riven, thanks for the upvote there. Don't know if you're watching, but thank you. If you are watching, don't be afraid to get involved in the Vim chat. Even though that upvote was for another post, not for the stream. Now that confuses me, but that's okay. But as I predicted, I'm losing this battle so far, because between Zintar Mortalis, who reduces melee attack by 1, and the Haunted Priest, who has Weaken, who also reduces melee attack by 1, I have no chance in the world of coming back from that, but that's okay. High-level combat is a completely different story when you're using max-level cards. And one of the things that I have wanted to experiment with is and again, it depends on the enemy not bringing a Haunted Spirit or something else with Magic Reflect, is this little combination of an Elemental Phoenix, a Gold Dragon, and a Goblin Shaman. It's all magic damage. All of it is magic damage, all of it is painfulness. But there's Blast, and there's Double Blast, so that is the good side of this particular build. So Blast is a skill that lets you attack the enemy that is behind the tank. So you sort of get a double shot, and if you play your cards right, you can usually take out the person behind the tank in 2 turns, if your tank, the Gold Dragon, manages to survive. And the Goblin Shaman being in your team allows you to weaken the enemy a tiny bit as well, and also slow them down, which is an important mechanic. Basically, if you bring a team without one of those in there, without a weaken in there, you don't stand very good chances. You're probably going to lose on account of not bringing the teams back into equilibrium by doing that. This particular matchmaking process is taking a little while. Wow, what an exciting stream of no battling. because I'm not getting match made against anyone? Is it because I'm playing a max level team? Who knows? I think I might just play my gold foil cards at this rate. Oh no, there we go, we've got a battle. So, what will we be fighting? The old Naga Crustacean Warrior. So this is a team that has proven to be fairly popular. You've got the Naga Warrior up front who gets enraged. Then you've got the Crustacean King to give everyone some armor. And that enrage on the Naga Warrior is incredibly powerful because it means that the Gold Dragon gets taken out in a single turn. But it did take out the Mischievous Mermaid, which is pretty damn good. And depending on the power of that Crustacean King's heal, yeah, I will take out maybe the Naga Warrior this turn. No, she will kill the Goblin Shaman. This is good game right here, because now the Naga Warrior gets first move next turn and my Phoenix will die. It will die horribly. It even died that turn. So that combination doesn't seem to work all that well. And Direwolf is on a bit of a streak there. So let's go back in. And I've been playing all sorts of crazy combinations here at this point. Yeah, the cheap armor didn't really get me. It was that Retaliate that destroyed me. And it's not really cheap armor anymore. The Crustacean King spiked up to 23 cents on the market for the alpha variant. So what we can do is we can use the cheesy Haunted Spirit, which everyone is currently using as their tank when they're playing a death team. But I'm not seeing a lot of... Actually, I'm going to keep Zintai Mortalis, but I'm not seeing anyone play the Spineback Wolf at all. Haunted Spider's a given. The Undead Priest is a given. Change that order around. Banshee, she's a glass cannon of the highest order. And we'll throw a Twisted Jester in there. And see how this team goes, because I haven't seen anyone play the Spineback Wolf to any effect. I'm fucked if they bring something with Enrage at the front, because the Thorns are just going to enrage the shit out of it. But we will get there. That is, if we get matched into a battle. And I'm happy to host a stream that sees me lose every single game, because every game I lose, I should learn something from. So here we are matched up against Tough Cat, playing a Selenia Sky plus red team. And I'm pretty glad I brought something that had Thorns, because the Serpentine Soldier is actually pretty damn hard to hit. Although the snipe on the enemy team is probably going to take out my Screaming Banshee before they even get to take a shot. Oh damn, that blast on that Hell Demon, Fire Demon, I'm thinking of Doom. Well, the poison's a good positive there. I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome that fire demon. It's a good team that Tough Cat's put together here. Oh, actually, the fire demon is starting to get... Will that blast kill the fire demon? No. Yes. So now I've got just enough health, I think, to pull this off. Yes. Double kill. Never would have thought that a Screaming Banshee would have pulled off a double kill to win a fight. That was a fairly even match, and those were both pretty untypical builds for this this beta, at least. So I'm pretty pleased with the outcome on that. That was actually a really great fight. I'm gonna jump back to the main battle screen there and actually share that link, because that was a very interesting battle. I enjoyed that one. I did not think that I was going to win. So let's move along. See what happens next. See what we get matched up against next at the very least. And here come all my auto votes. At least I think they will be coming in now. Shall see. In any case, we're waiting for another battle. Matchmaking goes on. We wait some more. Here we go. We're being matched up against Rondrus. Still the usual suspects fighting. I'm gonna like Thorns against the Stone Golem here because it's gonna be consistent damage, but I don't think my team is going to have enough damage to overwhelm the heal and the snipe. Although, hopefully the Spirit of the Forest takes out good. That at least gives my Banshee one shot. One single shot. Oh, good. Poison. Excellent. I'm not upset about that start. That miss was superb. Now the Stone Golem has no armor left. Now it has more health. It's going to take more of an attack to take it down, but there we go. Now it's a question of my Spineback Wolf is not going to proc Thorns for the rest of the game because the enemies cannot attack it. From melee at least. I've got that health back now. Now we can start digging into the Spirit of the Forest. Oh, damn. That snipe. And we keep missing the Spirit of the Forest with our own snipe. And we've had plenty of opportunities to try and hit it throughout the battle as well. There we go. Now that snipe is going to decimate my wolf because that wolf isn't going to be able to out-damage the heals. And that's GG. And that is fine. It's the first time I've taken a Spineback Wolf into battle, so if we were to replace that Spineback Wolf with the Haunted Spirit, we likely would have won that battle. It seems to work. The only real counters to it, well, I used to have a really good counter to this before Trample was nerfed. That counter was Trample, because once you got through the Haunted Spirit, you could trample the entire team all at once. But we will see. Actually, no, I'm going to hit cancel, see if we can cancel. And I'm gonna go in trying to trample. Because I really enjoy the trample mechanic. So we will bring the Silver Shield Knight. And for Trampley goodness, we'll bring a Defender of Truth. I'd love to bring the Angel of Light, but too expensive. Divine Healer, and then we need something that costs 4 mana. And I'm going to go with the Peacebringer. Except I'm going to put the Defender of Truth in the back. Divine Healer slot 2. Actually, no, I'll put the Peacebringer right at the back. So this way we've got 2 ranged attacks supporting the Silver Shield Knight. And we've got the Inspire of the Silver Shield Knight to help out only the Silver Shield Knight. He could be the Defender of Lies. We're not sure. So we're matched up against Direwolf, who's bringing magic to the play. So the Silver Shield Knight, if it manages to survive the initial onslaught of magic and the enrage of the Naga, should be able to take down. See, it's only got 5 HP, and we're gonna have 8 damage thrown at it in the first turn. So if your tank doesn't have 8 health or a way of countering magic, it ain't a tank, as you can see. And now I've got a new tank. The tank is called the Divine Healer. She's pretty tanky. Look at her tank. And goodbye, Divine Healer. And goodbye, Defender of Lies. Because you got stunned. But there's plenty of armor there. And the Peacebringer is going to bring peace by standing there and dying. There is a variant of that team that does work a little bit better. Why does it work a little bit better? Because it involves an Angel of Light. How does it work a little bit better? It only works a very slight teensy bit better, because you have an assassin to go in through the back line via the Feral Spirit, and you have double heals on the Silver Shield Knight, which is still not enough to counter that blue team's magical, swirling, mystical energies. So hopefully we'll get another battle in. This is taking forever to match. I must be one of the only people playing at the moment that has maxed cards. One of the few. Direwolf is active in the Steem Monsters Discord currently, who I just matched up against. And we will see what else happens. Well, who else I get matched up against? I just want Trample to work. I love the Trample mechanic. It is so nice. Okay, I don't think the Trample mechanic's going to work against the Selenia Dragon team. Unless it's the Selenia Green team. It's a Lightning Dragon team. For... at least I'm not losing all of my attack damage out of this one. But if my Silver Shield Knight gets stunned, I might as well be losing him anyway. Oh, no stun. Very nice. But he still died. And now he'll get resurrected, and then he'll die again, because it's the Haunted Priest's turn to attack next. Ooh, a miss. Okay, he's just gonna make it. The trample will work. Oh no, no, oh no it won't. Oh yes it will. Here we go. Trample. Finally. I pull off a trample. See, beforehand, he would have kept trampling and gone over the top of the Haunted Spider as well. But I'm okay that he doesn't now, because the Haunted Spider cannot be trampled anymore. But that's game right there, with a team that you would not expect to see at this level of max level play. And that's what I really enjoy about this. There were some lucky misses there and some lucky hits, but that is not necessarily a battle that you would see won by a Tyrus Palladium led team. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that one. But this team isn't going to beat all teams. But I'm happy to let it keep beating dragons. Oh, hello. We're fighting Matt Clark. Let's see what happens here. Now that Cockatrice is going to be horrible to hit. I'm going to have a hard time getting through that flesh column, and I'm probably going to take out that Swamp Thing pretty quickly with my assassin. So that Goblin Sorcerer is going to do an absolute number on my Divine Healer, I fear. But I should carve through their backline pretty easily at this point. Damn, see that? One shot from the Magi of the Forest to take down the knight. But he's back. He's got his armor. He's still got his armor. And now he'll get healed a little bit. But he's only got literally one more shot. He has to hit that cockatrice. Yes, the trample is real. The trample is fantastic. That leaves me with just enough hope that I can do something here. But my divine healer's days are numbered. So I need to get through the team and use my assassin to try and carve through the backside of the enemy team here. And I just received a Discord private message from Matt Clark saying, "Damn it, Steve, I was going for my 11th win in a row to equal your best." So I have banished a winning streak with this particular team, which is, I don't know, am I going to be able to outdamage the flesh golem? Its heal seems pretty overwhelming. I'm reducing its health by 1 every turn, and my feral assassin is just chilling out in the back. And the Angel of Light is actually making a pretty good tank at this point. And it'll be another 2 turns, I think, until we've taken down that flesh golem. No, another 1 turn on top of this, because it's going to get back up to 7 health this time. So this is the part in the Simpsons episode where they're kicking the person and they all say, "Stop it, he's already dead." But that flesh golem can take an incredible beating, as you can see. And my divine healer's just, you know, doing attacks, and my feral spirit's probably going to miss next turn just for the lols. No, we hit, so that's good. So there we go. There's another win for that team. So if anyone's watching the stream, formulate something that'll counter this. It'd be pretty easy. We've seen Lots of Magic does a pretty good job. I really enjoyed that initial trample. That took the flesh golem down to about 4 health because of the inspire on the trample, but then the healing. So much healing. The Goblin Sorcerer did a really good job of trying to scare off my divine healer. Didn't quite work, but that was a good battle. They've all been fairly entertaining and evenly matched for the time being. So now we have Holger 80 again, the fire team. Now, oh, that fire demon again. So this one is probably going to depend on what hits and what misses. So it's impossible to tell what's going to happen just by looking at the team lineup. But I'm very glad I took that out in the first turn. Now I've got that speed buff. I hate the fact that Serpentine Soldier has shield on it, because it looks fragile, but it's shielded, it's armored, it's serious business. Now with the double inspire on the feral spirit, It's just ripping through the enemy's backline. Because it's getting inspired from the Silver Shield Knight. Ooh. Well, our Angel won't be resurrecting anyone today. They got sniped out. And now we should get a trample going here. And that's the game there. So we'll go again. Really, really, really like the Silver Shield Knight as a card. Feel like you could do with a tiny bit more health, maybe one more hit point to help it out against magical attackers, given how powerful magic can be at this stage of the game. But it's going pretty well at this point. Hey Direwolf, I keep getting connected and disconnected from my stream chat. So we will go again with another battle. I'm going to take a drink because I'm doing so much talking to myself. Okay. Still streaming along. Still working, no drop frames. Just checking on those bits and pieces as I go. And lots of waiting. Try and find another battle. Perhaps I've scared everybody off from my ranking at this point. Yeah, Void doesn't seem to be too common at low levels, but once you get the low levels in there, it tends to be pretty powerful at that point. Okay, so we've got a new enemy here. We've got Jazz Hero. Similar lineup to what we fought already, but there's a Zintar Mortalis in the party to help reduce my team's attack. So I'm lucky that I've got those double inspires on the board. Lucky that I connected with that first hit from the Feral Spirit. Lucky my Divine Healer didn't get poisoned. Lucky that that missed. So much luck going on in this battle. And, well, there's no luck involved there, because that's always going to play out that way. The Divine Healer isn't going to be able to damage the Haunted Spirit at all. Wow, that Haunted Spider has missed the Silver Shield Knight twice in a row. Now we get resurrected, and provided we get healed before the Haunted Spirit gets his turn. Nah. Don't stand a chance now. Unless I can pull off a literal come from behind victory using the Haunted Spirit, but I don't think that, not the Haunted Spirit, the Feral Assassin. But I'm gonna run out of turns before I can do that. Yep, there we go. That was the literal last straw there. So that's fine. That was a loss that we saw coming. Now there is one more card in the game that does have trample, but again it's a very fragile card and it's not going to work incredibly well in the context of this team lineup. But how it might work, I'm playing with an idea in my head here, is to do something very unorthodox, which is to put a Cerberus at the very back line, hoping that the enemy brings an assassin along, because the Cerberus has retaliate and heal. So if an assassin attacks the Cerberus, they can attack the assassin back again. Now, not lots of people are running assassins at the moment. The only thing that this will really work against is a death deck, and the extra life that the giant rock has. Okay, so here we go. Rematch against the same death deck, I'm assuming. Yep, same deck, same cards. So if my Cerberus gets a retaliate in against the skeleton assassin, that skeleton assassin is dead. That's what I'm hoping for here. Alright, awesome, we got a retaliate in and we've taken out the assassin, so that counter has worked exactly as I had intended. And what's worth saying here is that I'm not playing against max level cards on the enemy team here. They're fielding a level 7, a level 6, a level 6, a level 7. Max level for a rare is level 8, like the Cerberus is here. So it goes to show that your team composition and your team's abilities does have an actual impact on what sort of fight and what sort of strength you can bring into combat. This is where it starts getting questionable on my side, because my Cerberus is chilling out in the back with literally nothing to do, while the enemy is just chewing through everything that is in front of it. It would have been nice to have gotten another hit in on the Twisted Jester. I only prolonged my suffering here by not initially dying by taking out the skeleton assassin via retaliate. I prolonged my suffering. But you know, it's just another way of playing the game. It's another way of experimenting, and it's a way in which we can learn more about the mechanics and learn more about how the enemy are playing. So I'm going to show what is a pretty popular deck at the moment, which incorporates the Blue Summoner Auric Stormbringer, the Naga Warrior, the Medusa, the Crustacean King, and the Mischievous Mermaid. This deck is enhanced by Auric Stormbringer's +1 magic ability, which gives the Medusa and the Mischievous Mermaid extra attack via their magical bombardment. The Crustacean King gives people armor, which counters the piercing teams, and the Naga Warrior has a fairly good speed, and coupled with retaliate and their fairly high retaliation attack boost, they are pretty well balanced, even against a team that has an anti-magic tank at the front. I haven't actually seen this particular combination play out for a while, so I'm uncertain the exact outcome here, but those 2 bits of poison have been brutal at this point. And the fact that Enraged gives me my max 5 attack is cause for a little bit of concern, and that other fact of the matter that I'm poisoned is also a big cause for concern, because the Mischievous Mermaid is dying next turn before they're even going to get an attack off. And the Naga Warrior is probably not going to last for very long. I really hope they get the attack in or get a Retaliate in. Excellent. So that was pure luck there, the retaliation. Now they're going to die. And Snipe's going to try to take out the healer. Haunted Priest is dead. Can't attack anymore. They're dead. The end. So there's quite a bit of depth in this, and that battle could have gone either way based on the action of stun and the application of poison, the misses that occurred. But this blue team is pretty powerful in the current meta at the moment, and actually pretty difficult to counter as well. You can counter it, but let's just keep going and see if someone does. And hey, Acidio, thank you for the vote. I did see that come through. I was commentating the battle. Okay, so we're up against Jazz Hero now. They too have the Haunted Priest team. So this is pretty much the same team that I just fought, but at slightly different levels. Or Haunted Spirit, Undead Priest. I call it Haunted Priest, this team. Poison didn't proc, but the Reflect will always hit us. Rage didn't apply. Rage applied there. Reflect will always hit. Miss from the Crustacean King. That tends to be rare. And then the outright kill on the Mischievous Mermaid. Stun is pretty pointless there. Naga Warrior is surviving well this time. Naga Warrior gets to go first, so they get the win. Snipe will take out that, and again from here it's pretty obvious that we're going to be able to win with this team, just overwhelming them through the Naga Warrior's enragedness. And the Twisted Jester can't attack as it's a melee creature, so we will continue on some more. I'm just going to keep rolling this team until it loses. If you have any questions about the abilities or the combat or about Steem Monsters, feel free to ask it in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer any and all questions if I know the answer, or we'll find out the answers. because I have been playing this through the Monster Mavericks beta testing. So to me, not much has changed in terms of this combat and the balance. That has obviously changed a lot throughout the beta testing that's occurred previously. But this is good now that everyone's playing with their own cards, because you genuinely don't know what to expect. And builds that were working in the beta test when everyone had access to max level cards, I haven't really seen much of. I haven't seen many Elven Cutthroats or Double Assassins, for instance. I think Holger has mirrored my build. Yep, they're rolling it. So here it's dice rolls as to who attacks first, who does a miss, who does a hit. And I reckon the person who actually attacks first here has a disadvantage, because that will enrage the other Naga. So yeah, I've got the disadvantage here now. But now my Naga is even more enraged. Maybe I have the advantage, but they get to retaliate. It's mutually assured destruction. They also have a lower level Crustacean King and lower level other creatures as well on their team. So theoretically, the higher level creatures should win, given the fact that it's a mirrored match. But that stun has sort of done other things at this point, because goodbye Crustacean King. So even when it's a mirror match and they're not max level cards on both teams, the turn order, the speed, the misses really have an impact. Here, I get to go first instead of the other team. Even though they went second, I didn't have enough damage to kill them, so I lost by one health point. So my prediction of whoever goes first there had the disadvantage because of the enrage was actually pretty spot on. What I might do is, let's go to some gold cards and do some gold card combat at a lower level. And what I've really enjoyed at lower levels is this combination, which was the Kobold Miner, Goblin Shaman, Giant Rock, and my only gold foil legendary, the Elemental Phoenix. I've found that this combination works fairly well in the low level space, but if I get match made against a blue team, this team stands not a big chance, because it is very glass cannon. It is not just very glass cannon, it is the definition of a glass cannon. So I've been matched against Holger again, but I'm rolling my gold foil cards. Has he followed me in lower level cards? No, he's using the exact same team. There, so this is a level 3 summoner versus a... I'll check at the end of the battle. But I suspect, given he's summoning a level 7 common, that might be... has to be a level 4 summoner, I'd say. But yeah, my team does not stand a chance against this, because my team is basically the definition of a glass cannon. With that Naga being enraged, they will absolutely unequivocally destroy my team. And if the mermaid gets to go before my Phoenix, yep, there's no way that I can come back from that. And now I'm stunned in addition. So there's that. Oh, a miss. Magic never misses though. And that is GG. So if I go have a look at the battle details, it's a level 6 summoner versus a level 3 summoner. So there's a bit of a card and level delta there. There's 3 levels of difference. 3 levels of difference. So that's interesting that that match was made. I mean, it's better than having no match at all. So let's try another one of the popular builds, which is Haunted Spirit, Undead Priest, Spider, and the Lightning Dragon. So we're up against Jazz Hero. Not really relying on melee attack, so I'm not too worried here. I really feel like the Fire Demon is a very viable alternative to the Lightning Dragon at cheaper mana. But they sort of lack the same. Actually, no, I'm gonna try something different. They lack piercing, the Fire Demon. Got an idea. I think I can make a variant of this deck better than what this deck actually is. But the Lightning Dragon's now going to do a double kill. And that's a good game. And here, this is all max level cards against what I'm not sure is max level cards on the opposing team. And we'll poison him just for good measure. How does that sound? That sounds great, right? So let's have a look at the option of rolling with fire. We need a 4 mana tank. Well, we can afford a 5 mana tank, but we chuck in the Hell Demon. That leaves us another 4 mana for another ranged creature. But it's just not as good as the Lightning Dragon. So that would be a 23 mana cap. So the Pit Ogre must go. But we can use a Serpentine Soldier and an Assassin and the Lightning Dragon. Whereas in the Death team, there'd be, this would be the other way around. There'd be the 2 mana Haunted Priest and the 3 mana Spider, which doesn't fit when you put a Fire Beetle in instead. And getting rid of the Goblin Shaman. Actually, let's get rid of the Goblin Shaman and go pure Glass Cannon on this particular build and see if extra damage works against a lack of taking away one of their damage. I guess the equilibrium will be pretty much there. So we're matched up against Wombacus here. They're running at Earth Team, so I'm grateful for Snipe, but Snipe's going to be stuck on targeting the Spirit of the Forest. I'm grateful for Thorns, I'm grateful for my Splash, but that Golem is going to take forever to take down. And my Dragon is going to get destroyed by that Goblin Shaman. Although it can survive a turn once that swamp thing is taken out. Now it has enough, just enough health to be able to sustain for one more round. But it's not going to be able to kill the goblin. Now my spider, well, not spider, fire beetle's gone. Goblin Shaman will kill the dragon, and that is game over. No need to stay and watch the result. So there's plenty of viable teams at all levels. The only thing that I haven't done is Jarlax the Undead, because I've only got a level 1 summoner for Jarlax. But let's just do a level 1 battle. And I'm going to bring in a card that we haven't actually seen. I haven't seen played once since going into the live battling. So we're going to roll Jarlax, and then behind Jarlax, we'll throw an Undead Priest. This is going to be a level 1 battle. We will throw the Skeleton Assassin. Screaming Banshee should be fairly devastating at level 1. And I have a feeling I'll get matched up against a team with Zintar Mortalis. So everything that has 1 attack at level 1 is going to be pretty useless. Let's go with I'd love to use the Magi Sphinx if they had a mana cost of 4 in this team. So we'll just go the Twisted Jester instead as our final line. This will be interesting to see what level I get matched up against. So I matched up against a Magic Caster. We've got Piercing on the Raging Impaler, but it's missing its namesake, which is the Raging bit. Missing its Enraged ability. As a result, it's going to get pretty much destroyed. Turn 1 at that. You can get stunned for good measure too. Oh, the blast didn't work. It doesn't have blast at level 1. But at level 3, the enemy team does. And now my team is going to get ripped apart by all that magic. So that was a bad decision to roll that particular team composition at that level. And that's okay. You know, it's all about learning at this stage. So what's next? Let's roll Selenia Sky. Stone Golem. This is another popular build. Swamp Thing, Goblin Sorcerer, and Spirit of the Forest. So we're not rolling a single dragon. We're using the Swamp Thing's Weaken and relying on the Spirit of the Forest's Snipe combined with the Goblin Sorcerer's Magical Assassin ability to do all the damage in the world. So interestingly, again, we're not fighting a max level team on the other side. So that weaken has worked to excellent effect. That snipe should take out the spider. Goblin sorcerer should take out the assassin. Not after the assassin is hit there. Now we get a few turns of pinging around ranged missiles. Then she will attack him, he will attack him or her, or whatever the gender is of the Twisted Jester. And then it will just be left to be heal versus tankiness. Plus the heal when damage is actually in a big enough spot there. And now that's game. Definitely, well, it was game after the assassins started doing their jobs. These two. So I like that with the Goblin Sorcerer in there. The other option is to take a Earth Elemental as sort of a secondary tank should the Stone Golem get killed. So we're up against Jazz Hero again. And if they fielded the same team, I'm just going to skip this battle and see what the result was. Another win. So we'll go again. Now, if they were to bring a magical team, if they can field one, I think they'd stand a pretty good chance against this team composition that I'm playing. And the fact that I haven't been match made immediately again suggests to me that someone might be building a new team. That's good, because as you've seen throughout the fighting here, it doesn't matter what team you field, there's always going to be a counter to that team. There are going to be teams that do better more consistently against other teams, but there's always a counter to every team. Just the counter to a really good team may be shit against every other team. That's where you've got to find the balance of which team is good, which team is horrible, and which team is consistent. And then the secret to climbing the ladder from that point is rotating at the right point and then engaging in a game of rock, paper, scissors to see which team is going to come out on top. It's probably going to wait until the very end before it matches me with anyone. gave me the match of last resort, I think. Zero damage. Wonderful. And the shaman's gone. Blast I'm not too scared of here because the stone golem's going to absorb most of the damage. And my assassin should survive long enough to do some damage to the fire demon. Swamp Thing's going to go bye-bye there. Meanwhile, the armor on my stone golem is still standing strong. And my Spirit of the Forest has not yet been hit because of the dodge and the speed differential between the assassin and the kobold miner. And now it's just an ugly matter of time to kill off that serpentine soldier. So I'm going to roll that team a couple more times because I'm so close to that 1000 ELO barrier, which gets me into the next ranking and will get me 2 booster packs if I decide to hold at that level until the end of the month without playing any more Steam Monsters, which I don't think I can do. I will keep going and try to climb up the leaderboards to get the additional booster packs. Now this one will be an interesting battle because the undead priest in the rear has 2 turns. 2 turns to live, guaranteed. So it's going to be a question of what does my snipe target? It would have been nicer if my snipe targeted the Banshee. But the magical damage on the opposing team is pretty serious compared to what I've got in play. So the priest will go down now. Banshee has 1 more turn to live. My column should survive my stone column here. Yep. I've got the win there. Don't need to watch the rest of that battle. So I'm going to keep rolling with this team and see if I can make it to 1000 ranking using this team. Not sure where that is on the leaderboard now, but the 1000 ELO is, it feels like a nice target. Jazz Hero, hello again. They're rolling the same team. There we go, there's my 1000 ranking. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. That puts me in 17th position with 169 games played, 91 wins, streak of 5, and a max streak of 11. So that feels pretty good at this point, and well, top ranking isn't too far away. And double assassins have been used. The Elven Cutthroat has been played. That team with the Naga Warrior seems pretty reliable up there on the leaderboard. That's a variant of the team that I'm playing at the moment. There's a fire team which the green team has beaten. Haven't encountered this team against that green team that I'm playing at the moment. Another variant with the Earth Elemental. Glove's playing the Death team. Cryptomancer last played a Life team. Direwolf is using the Naga build. Sigil Sun is using that other team as well. So I'm going to do one more battle before I end the stream, because I can never get enough of Steem Monsters, unfortunately. One more battle, I'll probably lose, and then I can call it a rage quit. It's just a matter of waiting. Waiting. And dropping my pen, because I always need something to fidget with. Okay, so we've got a battle, and I haven't fought Arakasan 84 yet. But I think that team will lose to my team, and we have. No, I have fought them before. So I'm going to call the stream there at 1058. Ranking, where does that place me on the leaderboard for now? Number 13, lucky 13. I'm happy with 13. I like it. It's a lucky number. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, this is Steem Monsters, and I'll be back again with more content soon. Cheers.